Hello, everyone. Or no one. Who cares? It's the Rabbit Hole premiere. Uh, it's been a long time coming. Not for you. It's just it's here. But yeah, it's a lot of things I had to do to get to this point. So just bear with me. It'll be a process. But um, this is so many things over the course of years. I thought, man, I should probably talk about, but I never really did it. And a lot of people don't. It's hard to vocalize yourself in today's media hungry society. A lot of scrutiny can come from just having a modest opinion or, just being yourself. And I think that's something wrong about that, man. It's just we have to find common ground. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. Uh, for those who don't know, my name is Bobby Jade. Uh, I am not young, despite how I look. Uh, I've been around a block, couple hundred blocks. Mm, half the city, but I digress. Uh, I wanted to do this podcast to kind of create a platform for people to come together and just talk for real, not just pander or I don't know, show what side you're on. Just be a real human being and talk. I think that's healthy as Americans, as human beings at its base form. People just lost that very basic human nature to convey a message or communicate. It's a lost art sometimes, but hey, you got to start back from scratch somewhere. So here I am, trying to be that moderator for life. I'm rambling. I feel like I'm rambling. So, first off, uh, I wanted to have all of the members of the podcast, but some things happened and it will be postponed, but they'll be there later on, later episodes. It'll feel more organic, I guess you could say. But, hmm, what to talk about? Anything good happen in the papers, on the internet? Anyone get arrested? I don't mean Pookie and them down the street. I mean like someone important, bald, maybe top G. Okay, I'm dragging it on. Andrew Tate was arrested not too long ago. I don't know if you know him. I don't know. It's like asking if you don't use YouTube or Twitter or TikTok or turn your computer on with an online connection. You probably heard about him, but it's really hard to discuss a guy like that, especially today. You almost got to walk on eggshells just to give your opinion about someone, let alone someone as polarizing as him. But I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's try. Um, from what I'm seeing, uh, I guess at first glance you get a guttural reaction like, "Wow, this guy's theatrical." Using a good term, safe one. But if you really listen, like digest what he says and the consistency to which he says it makes sense. Gotta say it. The guy makes sense. And what's even more, I don't know, I want to say strange. Well, it's funny that that's considered strange, but what he says is stuff that we knew common knowledge a decade or so ago. It wasn't, it wasn't that guttural reaction of appall or shock or offense. It was, I don't want to say people are, mm, I'm saying people are soft. People are sensitive. It's just, it's the truth. People are so tissue paper fragile, and it's almost like the responsibility of of the other person to like cater to that sensitivity. Anyone over the age of 20, 25, remember a time where that wasn't your responsibility to be that conscientious of someone else's fragile demeanor. There was common decency to be respectful. Keyword respect. If you have respect, it shouldn't be difficult. But even at that, now, man, it's far beyond respect. You have to almost curtsy every time you say something, unless you're considered all those hot take terms, misogynist or racist or pick your poison. It's just, I don't know. Where I come from, Texas, for those who aren't in Texas, it's just everyone was built different. Even those who were considered soft back then had some kind of backbone. It's just weird how people are so quick to anger over just a difference of opinion, right? It's just, I don't know. It feels like we're in a matrix. I'm a still one is. It feels like a matrix, right? Like we're all controlled by a certain way of thinking or narrative. If you stray away from it, you're considered some awful person. I don't know. And I'm not saying you should ever ostracize a group of people or, hate someone because of who they are. Never. You should always give everyone a bit of respect that you will want to receive. Golden rule, right? Shouldn't be that hard to, you know, be respectful. But at the same time, you should also be true to yourself, your beliefs, your convictions, your morals, and you shouldn't be strayed by, you know, some, lack of a better term, bully on the media or any of those outlets, just for being who you are. If you're a person of, faith, if you're Muslim or Christian, or you're on the other spectrum, you're part of a group of people, let's just say it, LGBTQ plus, or just an advocate or whoever, Republican, liberal, it doesn't matter. You should be able to look across said spectrum and respect the other outlook. But now it's just like spear chucking back and forth, or have someone in a scope just waiting to shoot. Soon as someone says something, I don't know, varying from your own ideology, it's just, come on. Like, we gotta be different, right? We can't all be the same. We can't all be just this gray, faceless, whatever, you know? Anyway, that's my intro into what I believe. So, going forth, we're going to hit some topics, talk about some things, do a little back and forth, hopefully. In the coming weeks, months, I'll have some guests, and we get some engagement going, something to talk about other than the Kardashians or what clothing line. I don't know. I'm not good with that type of stuff. I just just want you to know that I'm a lot more vocal. This is my first episode, so I'm trying to, you know, be not cancelable. Is that a word? Cancelable. Yeah. Don't worry. I probably will eventually. I think that's a thing now. Is that like getting like a YouTube plaque? I got canceled. Here's my proof. I don't know. Uh, really good episode, Bobby. Oh yes, they're gonna be beating the door down on watch you next week. Well, I said I would keep this short first episode, just getting a idea of how this goes. Hopefully nothing breaks down. Hopefully you don't hear shooting in the background. I don't live in the nicest neighborhood. No. Swatting's not a thing here, but breaking and entering, that's a thing. That's a thing. So we're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you for joining me, if anyone did. Who knows? Maybe I'll watch the replay and be like, hey, he's not completely terrible. Hmm. Well, I'll see you next week. Hopefully a little more prepared next time. I should have done that. Hey, I told you, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just a guy in Texas, somewhere there. Just got an opinion. Hope you got one. Speak up and share it. I don't want to be the only one. Looks weird if I'm just talking. So, till next time, peace. Is this still live? How do I turn this off?